My beloved, my chosen one. Why are your hands shaking as you read these words? Because your spirit already knows the truth. Heaven is pressing on your heart right now. Archangel, my child Michael says, you are right on the edge of something that no one else can see in the invisible realm. A door is creaking open. You will never be the same again if you step through. But if you don't read this, and instead turn away, not even angels can change what has already been written. There are 3 hours left. That is all. Do you get it, my beloved? This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up. There is no whispering from the heavens. They are yelling your name. Now this message has been sent to you by God Himself, because the clock is running out. Pay close attention. You get safer with each line you read. Each word carries light that can push back the darkness that has been after you. You might never know the miracle that was planned for you before time began, though, if you click away or block this message. So before I go any further, I beg you to subscribe to this light. Keep this message close to your heart, like it is the last rope hanging over the edge of the cliff. Since it is, you keep getting more of heaven when you stay, follow, and hold on. But if you skip, the chance goes away. The blessing changes and the window closes. Now please, take a moment to listen to your spirit. Type one word in the comments below. If you think that heaven brought you here for a reason, and if you feel a weight in your chest that tells you this message is for you, not as a formality, but to show that you are awake, type Amen, that they can hear you, that you are ready to receive what is coming from heaven right now. Kindly type Amen, and let the angels know what you said. Archangel, my child, Michael sees what you do. His sword is still drawn. There are divine fire flames going around the edges. He has been standing beside your door, beside your soul, and beside your bed, waiting for you to finally hear this warning. It is not just another piece of writing. It is not fun to do this. This is an order. There are 3 hours left until the chapter closes. Heaven is bending down right now to pull your name across the floor of eternity, my beloved. The angels aren't quiet. They are flying around and whispering so loudly that it sounds like thunder. Child, I cannot hold this back much longer, says Archangel Michael. The sands in heaven's hourglass fall faster every second your heart beats. 3 hours, that is all that is left to do before a decision is made. And what you did is heard so loudly that it cannot be ignored anymore. But don't be afraid of losing hope. God is merciful. If you open your heart and mind to this message and take it all in, even the thing that was meant to kill, you can become a miracle in your name. Yes, beloved, that is your name. Please listen again. You were chosen not by people or by luck, but by the God who shaped the stars with his fingers. He sent Archangel Michael to wake you up and make you realize that time is running out. What makes you think that you are here right now by chance? Do you think this message just happened to catch your eye? Not at all. The stop sign in front of the road that would have killed you is the divine interception. The sky isn't mean, though. God doesn't show you to make you look bad. He tells you to save you. He shows you so you can get better. This is because he still wants you to have another chance to breathe in his magic air. My beloved Archangel Michael begs you to do something. He has been driving demons out of your way, crushing serpents that were close to you, and cutting through cords of darkness that other people try to tie around you. Then, they still don't listen, he says. They have skipped. I will not be able to help them when the last minute comes around if they skip again. There are 3 hours left. That is not a figure of speech. That is the clock in heaven, ticking, getting tighter, and closing. Do you feel it, my child? The stress in your heart, the heat on your skin, and the way your eyes keep moving back and forth between these words. The Spirit pulling you into alignment is that. That is heaven's magnet keeping you from going off again. Stay there, read it all, and drink it in like it is water. It is my beloved. Now you need to breathe more slowly because each breath you take is different. Heaven is keeping track of it. Standing next to you is Archangel Michael. His wings were so big that they reached the edges of the room. His voice is shaking, not because he is weak, but because he knows how important what he has to say is. My child, you have reached the end of the countdown, he says. It is impossible to erase the line you drew in the sky because of what you did, but mercy lives on. There are 3 hours left. Dear one, 3 hours is more than just time. It is the last thing that is stopping your fate from falling as the clock strikes 12. A hammer hits the gate of heaven to warn you not to waste this moment. Some messages people miss their whole lives. Then there are messages that make their lives or break them. This is the second one. Do you remember times when you had a chill down your spine for no reason? When you felt like someone was looking at you even though the room wasn't full? That wasn't a shadow of fear. They were messages from heaven trying to get your attention. You skipped, though. You brushed them off. You laughed at the right time. Right now, Archangel Michael has been told to cut through your denial with words that you cannot ignore. My beloved, I can see that your heart hurts. You want to think this is just some words on a screen. That is what you want to tell yourself. But you know the truth deep down. Your spirit is shaking, burning, and yelling that this message is personal, important, and divine. This time you cannot run. There are 3 hours left. This is not because I want them to be afraid, God says. This message is being sent because I still love them enough to warn them. Feel how much love there is around you right now. It is not man's weak and failing love. It is the eternal fire that will not let you fall when you are meant to rise. But pay close attention. My child, the weight of what has already been written will hit you like a storm if you don't pay attention to this. Archangel, if you don't want the shield, Michael cannot protect you. If you leave the covering, the angels cannot protect you. When you ignore this word, the enemy who has been watching you will seize the opportunity. Don't let that happen. Don't let darkness have the last word. This is almost the last chance that heaven will give you. The rope is getting frayed, but you can still hold on to it. You have 3 hours. If you are ready to accept the covering that heaven is offering and want to say that you will not skip or delay, please write this in the comments. I receive the warning. Not just text on a screen, but a promise to the heavens that you are letting your spirit soar. Press enter to write. I receive the warning. It can help you stay afloat in this storm. Listen up. Archangel Michael doesn't just mean your body when he talks about death. In this sentence, he talks about the end of chances, doors, and miracles that were written about you. Those doors will always be shut if you don't want to hear, but if you stay, take it all in, and do something. Things that were dead will come back to life, and broken things will get better. Could you picture that? What was meant to kill you turned out to be the start of your miracle. That is how powerful God is. That is why you should not turn away, because the choice you make in these 3 hours will shape the rest of your life. Let me whisper this to you, my beloved. Do not skip this. Do not wait. Don't let something else take this moment away. You shouldn't skim this text. It is the cry of heaven coming through into your time, and you are the only reason it exists right now. My beloved, angels are hovering around you right now, closer than your own shadow. Their wings are touching your skin, but you cannot see them. The sword of Archangel Michael is drawn, and the fire on its edge is getting brighter by the second, says in a low voice, "Child, 3 hours, just 3. From then on, neither heaven nor earth will be able to open the seal again." Do you feel how heavy that is? This is not a warning in verse. Don't be moved by this story. This is an order. It is already clear to your spirit. That is why your heart is beating so fast, why your hands are warm, why you cannot take your eyes off these words. Heaven has stopped you, so you cannot get away from this truth. There are only 3 hours left, not 3 days or 3 months. The window is very thin. Still, your whole future shakes in this small space. It can either fall apart like an ash tower or catch fire like that no storm can put out. My child, the truth is easy to see. You did something that made the heavens wake up. It wasn't hidden. It was written down, things men forget. The sky will always remember. Don't give up, though. Do not think that God lets people crush them. He opens up to save you and give you a door where there should have been a wall. That is why this message is your way out. Remember the times you almost lost everything but made it through. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a mistake. Heaven was telling them not yet. They still have a chance. Well, this is the last and best chance. There are 3 hours left. My beloved Archangel Michael has fought for you in places you cannot see. Demons that looked like people you trusted tried to tie you up, but he cut their chains. Dreams tried to get into yours, but he stood guard by your bed. Even though he has died for you, he begs you, don't skip this. Don't turn away. My final warning is this. Pay close attention now. Death doesn't have to be the end of the world. You can erase the death that was written over your blessings. The plan to kill your relationships can be undone. The death that was supposed to happen to you can become a resurrection so loud that no one can argue with you. But only if you stay. But only if you pay attention. You can only do that if you really feel this message as if it were the air you breathe. Can you see, my kid? This message got to you because God still loves you enough to walk in the middle of your thoughts. He would be quiet if he didn't care. But right now, he is roaring through the mouth of Archangel Michael. There are 3 hours left. Last word, do not waste it, my beloved. That is why you cannot scroll past. That is why you cannot wait. Each second is important. It is important to count every breath. Your spirit knows this isn't like any other time. It will never end. I will not sugarcoat this truth, my beloved, because heaven told me to say it straight out. This message holds the key to your life, your future, and even your breath. There are 3 hours left. You are not making that up. It is not a dramatic line to get your attention. It is what is written in the eternal clock above you. I have been sent many times, but they keep skipping, says Archangel Michael. Still, they don't care. They still say later and later. This time, though, there is no later. This is the last rope. My child, the earth should pay attention when the archangel shakes. He has been in wars that were so violent that sons have passed out. He has never had a shaking voice before you told him about it. Beloved, you must realize that what you did has caused both heaven and hell to move. It wasn't little, it wasn't hidden, it wasn't thrown out. The enemy laughed and said, "Now they are mine." However, God spoke up and said, "Not yet. I still have mercy on you. That mercy is this message. This message is your last chance before the storm hits. There are 3 hours left. Do you feel it in your chest like a drum? Don't worry about that. This is a prophecy. Every time the clock strikes, heaven screams, "Don't throw this away. Keep your ears open, don't close your eyes." My beloved, death is more than just stopping breathing. The silence of miracles, the burial of dreams, and the breakup of promises are all examples. If you don't hear this and let something else take your attention away, everything that was written for your name may end up in the grave of what could have been. That is not what God wants, though. He still wants to give you the crown He promised before you were born. That is why He has to give you this warning tonight. Don't you feel it? The way your eyes cannot get away. Your heart is beating fast. The way heat makes your skin feel tighter. That is not fear. It proves something. It is your soul telling you, "This is for me. It is about me. This is the hand of God pulling me out of the fire." Please hear me again, beloved. Archangel Michael's sword is on fire. It floats between you and the things that want to kill you. But swords will not protect you if you don't stand in front of them. If you leave the shadow of a shield, it cannot protect you. You need to stay in this message because it is the only place where you can still feel safe. 3 hours left to not think, argue, or ask questions. 3 hours to believe, receive, and act. This is not a story to admire. It is a call to follow through. If you ever think back, my child, you will remember this night as the very moment when everything changed. You either skipped and darkness laughed, or you stayed and heaven rewrote your story in fire and glory. Which one will it be? Now the choice is shaking in your hands. Heaven is watching. Hell is ready. Beloved, you have until the clock strikes 12 to make up your mind. There is silence in heaven right now, my beloved. It is not empty, though. This is the sound of angels holding their breath while they wait to see what you do. Do you know how uncommon this is? There is a single soul being watched by the courts of heaven, the armies of light, and even the stars. You, this hour, has become very serious. Now Archangel Michael's voice is stronger, like thunder wrapped in fire. They only have 3 hours to choose between light and darkness, life and death, blessing and curse. I cannot carry them past the line if they refuse to step into it. He says, beloved, his words tonight are not soft, because only something sharp can wake you up from this deep sleep. They cut like a sword. Even though things are very busy, God's love is still pouring over you like honey. He has not given up on you. He could have chosen not to send Archangel Michael over and over again. It is possible that he would have let silence swallow you up a long time ago. Not at all. He has chosen to interrupt your moment, break through your screen, and pierce your ears with a message that you cannot skip without getting in trouble. There are 3 hours left. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message doesn't end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Say something now, so heaven can hear you. He will protect you if you choose to stay alive, and I want you to seal that choice with your words. Again, type Amen in the comments. Not just another promise, but a stronger one. As a sign that you are fully stepping into this covering, type Amen right now, and the angels will remember your choice. Do those words make you feel like a drum in your chest? They are not just warnings. They are gifts that are just waiting to be opened. Yes, miracles, because every time God warns us, there is a gift hidden inside: rescue, protection, and restoration. The gift will blow up if you heed the warning. The box will stay locked forever if you don't open it. Dear ones, let me make this clear. It is not safe to skip this message. It is not just something else. It is an attack on your own soul for you. Archangel Michael has fought for too long. The angels have fought too much for you. You have been too far from heaven. How could you just swipe it away without thinking? No, my kid. Now is the time when you finally make a different choice. And let me whisper this to you in a soft voice. But staying in touch isn't just for you. Heaven wants to reach out to other people through you. There is someone in your life or in your thoughts right now who needs to hear this. They are not seeing well, and this message could help them find their way. That is why I want you to send this video to other people. Send it to them by clicking the share button. Something strong takes place as you do this. The blessing that is on this word will come to you twice as strong. The breakthrough you have been praying for will start to happen. Why? Because when you spread heaven's message to other people, heaven sends you a blessing. You are not just sharing things. Sharing salvation is what you do. You are giving a warning. You are living together. Share it right now and see how God works for you. Stay in touch. Don't let this be the only time that heaven talks to you. Subscribe to the stream of these messages if this word speaks to you. Each one is like a rope from heaven, a protection from what scares you most. You believe this is important. You will only hear the more doors, warnings, and miracles that are ready if you stay connected to the source. Don't take the chance of being cut off. This is your lifeline, which is why I need you to do something right now that will make sure you can keep hearing heaven's voice. To subscribe, click the button. Not just to listen to a channel, but to connect with a stream of prophetic promise. You put yourself in a position where heaven is open every time you click subscribe. God will honor your alignment when you say, God, I want to stay connected. I want to keep receiving what you are releasing. Prophetic promises that have been ready to be carried out will start to happen in your life. The words that were spoken over you will begin to come true. Avoid being cut off from your source by the enemy. Sign up now. It should be official. Keep your link to the flow of heaven strong. Take a deep breath in. Allow these words to go deeper into your bones, past your ears. There are 3 hours left. There are also counts for each breath you take. But each breath is also a chance to change, give up, and be saved before the seal shuts. Archangel Michael stands waiting. The fire on his sword will either protect you or show you who you are. Everything will depend on how seriously you take this moment. Don't turn your head away. Do not wait. This final warning has been written by heaven in fire letters, and you can feel them in your spirit right now. My beloved, I have to go deeper now because the time is not soft and the truth cannot be put off. All eyes are on you from up there, and every breath you take is heard in places you cannot see. Archangel Michael stands tall, his wings blazing with gold and fire, and he screams, "Child, listen to me 3 hours." This is not a suggestion. It is not a whisper. Now is your last chance. Do you feel how heavy those words are? They aren't falling slowly. It feels like thunder as they hit the ground of your soul, and each line brings you closer to the edge where you have to make a choice. God doesn't waste words. He is quick on his feet. He is going so loud because he knows there is a real danger. Beloved, you cannot act anymore. You cannot tell yourself that you will change. Listen or make up your mind later. Has since died. There is no more time left, just 3 hours. The mercy rope has been stretched so thin that it is now as strong as silk, but no angel can sew it back together after it breaks. I have watched over them, defended them, and begged for them, says Archangel Michael. But if they ignore me one last time, I cannot fight for what they refuse to keep. Do you hear that? Even the archangel who threw Satan out of heaven says he cannot help you if you turn away now. That is how dangerous things are right now. That being said, beloved, don't let fear lead you. Also, let hope lead you, because voice from heaven never comes empty. There are doors that look like alarms. It is not a sentence when God tells you that you will die soon because of what you did. He will save you. He is telling you that the way you are going will end badly, but he has already built a secret path that will lead you to safety. This message is that road. There are 3 hours left. The time difference is not 3 hours. There are 3 hours of holy time during which every second is bigger, every moment is holy, and every choice is eternal. This is the countdown in heaven. You are being warned now in the same way that prophets warned kings and angels warned nations. This fire has your name on it, loved one. Think about how many times you could have died already, the accidents you missed, the illnesses that went away, and the people who tried to hurt you but failed. Do you think those things happened by chance? No, that was the Archangel Michael and his guardians protecting you. God still wanted this moment to reach you. The last choice is no longer theirs, so there isn't much protection left. You can have it. What are you going to do? Will you stay and drink every word until your soul is safe? Or are you going to shrug and walk away, letting darkness laugh at the gift you threw into the fire? My beloved, you cannot do that. Not now. When the gate is open? No. There are only 3 hours left. Stay put. Pay attention and breathe. Every line you read brings light into your heart. Each word you take in is like a shield that protects you more. Don't look somewhere else. Don't let your heart wander. You have been praying for rope, and this message is it. And Archangel Michael says once more, child, this is not a game. This is not a prophecy for someone else. This is for you right now. Decide. My beloved, there is a shaking in the sky right now. It looks like the stars are getting closer, as if God wants to see what you decide. This is how heavy your moment is. Do you know that the whole universe pays attention when one's soul is put to the test? Because the ripple of your choice extends beyond you, for all time it spreads. While Archangel Michael paces, his wings are on fire with a sense of urgency. He doesn't walk around a lot in heaven. Even the Archangel of War cannot stay still when the line is this clear and the danger is this close. He adds, beloved child, listen, 3 hours left, not 3 hours of waiting, 3 hours of deciding, 3 hours of sealing what will follow you forever. Every second is being weighed on scales you cannot see. Every thought is being written into records that do not fade, and still mercy is hovering, waiting for you to catch it like a flame before it disappears into smoke. God has not left you. You wouldn't be reading this right now if he had. You would already be too quiet. Now that we have reached the most serious part of this warning, I need you to make your last statement. I want you to write in the comments, I choose life. Not just words, a decision. If you are ready to walk through this open door, join heaven. A final answer to the last call from heaven. Write it down now. I choose life. Let it echo in the comments as your choice forever. You need to understand something very important, my dear. As heaven talks about it, death is more than one thing. There is the death of the body, but there is also the death of blessings, favor, and doors that would have taken you higher. Not always. Your heart stops beating when heaven tells you that you will die soon because of this. It could be your fate, your name, or your chance. But God is telling us through this warning, I am not done with you. I can still bring back to life what others buried and fix what you broke, but only if you take this seriously. 3 hours left. How your eyes stay locked on this message, as if an unseen hand refuses to let them wander. That is not luck. For your soul. That sounds like it knows this is the time it has been waiting for. You asked God for a sign. You begged to be clear. It is here now, louder, brighter, and clearer than anything else. Dear one, you cannot push this aside. It will not go away just because you skip it. The consequence will only become more pronounced. Heaven is giving you protection in the form of a warning. The sword of the Archangel Michael is not raised to hit you. The cords of darkness can be cut off by it, but only if you stay in its shadow. If you go outside, you will be on your own when the strike starts. The sword will fight for you if you stay inside. Please understand that God is not trying to scare you. He wants to protect you. Fear is not the last word he speaks. There is mercy, but you have to choose it. There is a knock right now, more than 3 times louder than before. There are 3 hours left. Heaven doesn't repeat unless there is a real threat. Think about this, my child. There is a door in front of you. There is fire behind it, but there is a garden of gold behind another one. You cannot stay in the middle any longer. The time for waiting is over. You cannot leave because Archangel Michael tells you, stepchild, choose before the hourglass empties and the sand seals your path forever. That is why you cannot scroll away. Your spirit is as connected to this moment as a flame is to fire. Stay put, take in. Wrap these words around you like a shield. There are 3 hours left. The timer isn't the only thing here. It is an invitation. To live is to accept it. A call to stand up. A call to step into the miracle that was planned for you before time began. It is shaking in your soul, my beloved, because you know this isn't just another story. There is one last rope of heaven stretched across the abyss, and you are being told to grab it before it goes away into the darkness. Archangel Michael is no longer whispering. His scream is shaking the worlds. His wings are slamming into the air, and he has his sword raised high. Child, I have yelled, warned, and begged, but now it is the last time. 3 hours remain. After that, not even I will be able to open the seal again, he says. Do you feel that weight, beloved? This is not meant to hurt you. It is meant to wake you up. It has been easy for your spirit to fall asleep because of all the noise and shadows that look like light. This message, on the other hand, is like thunder that wakes you up and fire pours into your ears, making you wake up. There is mercy in it too. Yes, right now, thanks. There are 3 hours left. It doesn't sound like much. Still, God can change everything. In 6 days, he made the whole universe. What could he do for 3 hours? Please pay attention. If you could only believe, if only you wouldn't skip. It looks like this window is small, but it has oceans in it. Many miracles, breakthroughs, and protections can be found in it. You have to choose to stay under it before it closes, though. My child, think about the fights you have been through. Do you think you have made it this far on your own? Not at all. You have been carried, protected, and wrapped up before you knew it. Archangel Michael was there, cutting through the darkness to keep you alive for this moment. He was there for every close call, every narrow escape, and every night you thought you wouldn't make it. He is crying now. He is not weak. He is just aware that he cannot make you choose one way or the other. He can beat demons, but not your will. To my beloved, you must understand how serious it is. It is not safe to skip this message. It means giving up your shield, your covering, and putting yourself in the hands of people who have been waiting a long time to hurt you. That is why the warning is so strong and the words are so cutting. Because you did this, you will soon die. What you did was seen by everyone in heaven. They wrote it down. They still give you a door of mercy, though. See how much love that is to warn you, even though the clock is going out. There are 3 hours left, but in those hours, miracles that you cannot even imagine are waiting to happen. Even what was written against you can be torn apart if you stay, if you receive, and if you let this truth cut through your... God doesn't warn to put people down. He warns to save them. It is not to hurt that he exposes. It is to heal. Now is the time for you to heal. If only you wouldn't skip. Close your eyes for a moment, my beloved, and feel the weight of eternity pressing close to you. It is true. Right now, there isn't much space between heaven and earth because the message needs to be sent right away. Angels have come together. There are demons waiting. The judge is looking at you, and you are, in fact, in the middle. Stay there. Listen and breathe in every word as if it were air, because it is. What you choose in these hours will either keep your spirit alive or kill it, and Archangel Michael will not stop talking until the timer goes off. As long as I talk, my beloved, your soul will not be able to deny what it already knows. This is a holy time. You have never lived a life like this before, because heaven will never open this door for you the same way again. There are 3 hours left. Each grain of sand that hits the bottom of heaven's hourglass shines like fire as it falls faster. Archangel Michael's voice shakes things that cannot be seen. He adds, "Child, you have walked too close to the edge for too long. The enemies who hate you sharpened their blades and thought they would have you by now. But I stood between you and them. I drew my sword when they came in the night. I crushed their schemes before they touched you, but I cannot keep doing this if you keep ignoring the voice of heaven. This is your final warning. Do you feel the pain in his words, beloved? Angels don't beg all the time, but he is beseeching now. He cannot win because of how strong he is, but because your choice is stronger than his sword. God is proud that you have free will. And that means you have to make the decision to go under the covering that has been there for you the entire time. There are 3 hours left. The darkness is getting closer because it can tell that your hesitation makes you weak. Please don't let it eat up what God still wants to give you. Demons love it when you put things off because it steals your fate. But angels sing when you make a quick choice because obedience opens the gates of protection wide and miracles come pouring in like lightning. Think about how many tears you have shed behind my back. My child, you cried out many nights. God, if you are real, show me, save me, talk to me. This is the answer to your prayers. Heaven heard all of them. Heaven bowed down to answer. And this message is the thunder that shows he heard. If you missed the answer you prayed for, don't put down your prayers. To those who don't pay attention, death stands at the door. People who listen, though, will find life full and unstoppable. It is not about being scared. It is about picking. The message is strong, but it is wrapped in love. Love that will not let you die when you were made to shine. Love that brings you back when you have gone too far. Love that goes further. One more time, there are 3 hours left. Do you feel the sense of urgency in your heart? Do not be scared. This is a prophecy. It is your spirit waking up to the fact that time has stopped and eternity has come into the present. There may be no more words like these. That is why heaven says them over and over, hitting you hard. There are 3 hours left. There are 3 hours left. There are 3 hours left. Now I want you to do something that may not seem important to you, but it is very important to God. Click the like button on this video with your finger. As you do this, I want you to know that you are not just liking things. There will be a flow of God's favor in your life. Every like is a spiritual message that says, I agree with this word. I hear this warning. I stand with heaven's message. When you act on that agreement, heaven blesses your path with favor. It starts to open doors that were shut. The grace that was ready to flow now does. So go ahead and click that like button. Let that be your signature of approval. It is time for God's favor to start chasing you down. Archangel Michael's sword is getting brighter, as if it is waiting for your yes. It will fight for you with all its might, but only if you stand in its shadow. If you move away, the enemy's arrows will hit you without a shield. As you get closer, your enemies will move away from you like smoke in the wind. You decide what to do, but not when to do it. The time is from heaven, and it only gives you 3 more hours. Listen, beloved. Your love knows no bounds. God wouldn't warn if he wanted to punish. His plan was to lose you, so he would have left you alone. But he loves you too much to leave you. He has now stopped everything. He pressed this final warning against your soul by pushing eternity itself. There are 3 hours left. That is the cry of mercy. The knock of heaven can be heard. Even as you read, you can feel the fire of Archangel Michael's voice. Don't close your eyes right now. Don't close your eyes. This will save you. This is the rope. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Now is the time for you, my beloved. There is no way for me to slow down right now because the heavens will not let me. It is not me who is putting fire into these words from the throne of God. That voice will not stop until it reaches the deepest parts of your soul. There are 3 hours left. Tell yourself this. Say it quietly. Feel it in your chest. There are 3 hours left. Tonight, the cry of Archangel Michael is louder than the storms. What is more, he is roaring as well. He adds, I have held the line for them. I have stood between them and the pit. I have drawn my blade when the enemy thought he had won. But the clock is closing, and I cannot fight what they choose to embrace. Child, choose life, dear friends. This is the mystery of mercy. Before the fall, God warns us. No matter how bad things get, he always reaches out and stops them. That hand is now open in front of you. It is shaking with a sense of urgency, ready for your grasp. But it cannot stay open forever. The hand will close, and the choice will be made when the last grain of sand falls. Do not think that you have a lot of time. Don't tell yourself, tomorrow I will be different. I am going to decide later. Next time, I will pay attention. There will be no next time. Later will not be there. The clock is strict, and heaven has said it is 3 hours, because your spirit knows this is the final call, my child. Even the air around you feels heavier now. When did you last listen to a whisper or nudge that told you not to do something? But mercy still reached out to you over and over. But this is the last time that mercy will be stretched. Before silence, this is the final warning. Listen, beloved. The realm of justice came to life because of what you did. It called for a response. The enemy was ready to call you names and demand your life, your blessings, and even your breath. In his mercy, though, God won for one more second. This message is burning in front of your eyes right now because he said, "Not yet. My child still has a chance. I will send my messenger one more time. It is not a mistake, not by chance. It is God himself pleading through the fire." There are 3 hours left. This is the thin line between being lost and being saved. If you take one step, you will see death, death of happiness, peace, and hope. Take a different step, and you will see life, life bursting over. Life is safe. My life is full of miracles. You cannot stay where you are anymore. There is no longer a middle ground. The sword of Archangel Michael is now glowing white hot, ready for your answer. Either it will fight for you, or it will be quiet. It all comes down to whether you will hold this moment close to your heart. Don't think you can dismiss it for free. You cannot just ignore it and be safe. It is clear now, thanks to the angel. I will not be able to help them when the hour comes around if they skip this. Keep your life from giving in to darkness, my love. When you are late, don't let the enemy laugh at you. That is not enough for you. Heaven has more faith in you than you have in yourself. That is why this warning shines like fire in your way. It shows that you are still picked, loved, and worth fighting for. There are 3 hours left. For every second you stay, you choose to live. You are getting more and more covered in heaven with each line you read. Don't stop now. Don't go off on your own. Let the words keep coming at you like waves until your soul is completely safe. Heaven is getting close. My child, the guardian angels are looking. The Archangel Michael is prepared, and God is telling me, please don't skip this. Please don't waste this. Please let this be the moment you choose me. When you stand at this gate, my beloved, it will not stay open for long. It is letting light through and flooding your path. But shadows are still grabbing at the edges, wanting to pull you back. With his sword as a wall of fire, Archangel Michael stands between you and them. Beloved, this is not a mistake. There are 3 hours left. Do not waste them. Do not wait. Do not close your ears again. You could have done something else or been somewhere else. Still, you cannot take your eyes off of this message. That is proof that your steps have been stopped by heaven. Do you understand what that means? God cares about you so much that he stopped everything to whisper to your spirit. He would not have said anything if you were not important to him. He wouldn't have sent his worst warrior to find you if he had forgotten about you. We haven't forgotten about you, though. You have been picked. There are 3 hours left. This is not a voice that can punish. It is the sound of love fighting to keep you alive. Your enemy wants you to think that this warning is meant to hurt you. No, it is not meant to hurt you. What you did was real. It really did put people in danger. But God's mercy is even more real, and it goes further than the darkest claws. Every tear you shed, my child, was saved in heaven. Every night that she couldn't sleep was seen. There was mercy that wouldn't let go, even though your mistakes should have led to justice. But mercy is now at the end of its journey. Archangel Michael tells them, if they ignore this, it will snap, and I cannot tie it back together after it snaps. Dear one, can you hear how final that sounds? Now is not the time to take chances. Forever is too important to mess with. You cannot say, I will decide tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't exist. It is only now. The book of mercy that has been opened for you only has 3 hours left. Still, beloved, what wonderful things can still happen in that time. Remember, Lazarus, he had been dead for 4 days, but God raised him up in an instant. Don't forget about the thief on the cross. Even though he was barely alive, he still made it to paradise. Remember the storm at sea. Jesus quickly calmed it down. What could he do for you in 3 hours if he could do that fast? Don't forget how powerful mercy can be while it is still alive. Dear one, heaven is waiting for your answer. There are rows of angels standing still and looking at you. For all time, they want to break out in song to celebrate your yes and spread the news of your surrender. The demons waiting at the edge will laugh with the cruel joy of thieves if you turn away, if you skip. But their silence will become heavy. Don't make them happy. Do not let them finish your story. As he speaks again, Archangel Michael's voice is rough and hot. Stay out of the light. Do not draw your sword. Stay in this moment. 3 hours, not anymore. Beloved, the time to make your choice is now. You must comprehend, my beloved, that time is moving forward. The sand is still falling. The clock is still going. There are less and less 3 hours left. Heaven is pulling all of its weight toward you, telling you not to let this moment pass you by. The wings of Archangel Michael are so spread out that the darkness behind you is obscured. His fire is stronger and his scream is louder. Listen, kid. The last warnings are being given out. You cannot play with this anymore. Pick life before it is too late, and death takes everything away. Beloved, you know the danger is real when heaven says it this way. There are changes going on that you cannot see yet. If you were not important, the enemy would not be scared. You are, though. It takes a kingdom to shake at your name. That is why light and dark are fighting for you right now. There are 3 hours left. Those words have burned into your heart. Even if you try to ignore them, your spirit will not let them go. The echo will stay with you. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. Not to scare you, but to remind you that eternity is closer than your skin. Think about the times you were supposed to be gone already, my child. The accident that almost killed you, the illness that almost killed you, that betrayal that should have killed you. You are still here, though. Why? Because God kept you alive for this very warning, very important message, very turning point. Do you not see the love that is hidden in this need? God would have kept quiet if he wanted to punish you. Because he sent his archangel, he didn't want to leave you. Though love is yelling at you through the fire tonight, beg you not to skip, delay, or give up life when it is being given to you for free. There are 3 hours left. It is past time. It is mercy on a timer. The window will close when the clock does. Things can still change while it is open, though chains can break. You can lift curses. Destiny can be fixed. You can change everything, even death. That is the miracle right now. His words are like thunder as Archangel Michael gets closer. If you let me, I will fight for you, child. If you stay under me, I will protect you. I cannot cover you if you leave, though. If you don't do this, the enemy will hit me where I was holding him back. Make up your mind now. The heavens are ready. Do not mess this up, beloved. It is not fun to do this. It is not a mistake. This isn't just another list of words. This is the line that separates those who are saved from those who are lost, those who are alive and those who are dying, and those who are safe and those who are not. You are standing on it. Stay, read, and take it all in. Wrap yourself in the truth like a fire shield. Don't let something else pull you away. Heaven writes your name again under protection the moment you decide to stay. There are 3 hours left. Every second is holy. Every choice will last forever. You still have time to, beloved. If only you wouldn't waste it. My beloved, I can feel the pull in your spirit. You don't want to look. You try to tell yourself that these are just words, but something inside you will not let go. That is not just a coincidence. It is the voice of eternity in your soul, telling you that this moment was planned out before you were born. There are 3 hours left. Do not throw them away. Archangel Michael is getting nearer. His eyes look like they are on fire, but there is sadness behind that fire. Grief because too many souls have heard the final warning and still left. Grief because he knows what awaits people who ignore the cry of heaven. He adds, "Child, I am fighting for you right now, but even my sword cannot hold back the tide if you choose to step into it. Choose wisely, choose now." Think about how patient God has been with you, beloved. He didn't hit you when you fell. He didn't leave you when you got lost. He didn't erase your name when you were not sure. He watched instead. He held out. He showed mercy over and over, but mercy has an edge, and you are on it right now. There are 3 hours left. It is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake you up from the trance that noise and life have put you in. You cannot ignore the alarm clock of heaven, which is ringing so loudly, but alarms don't go off all the time. If you don't speak up, they stop talking. Rise, beloved. Do not stay asleep when the sky is rumbling. You don't have more time, despite what the enemy may say. The window is open for now, but it will not stay that way. There is always a sharp edge to God's warnings because he knows the danger is right outside your door. Archangel Michael says it again. I killed the demons that came to get you. I have stopped people from cursing over you. Other people tried to bind your feet with chains, but I broke them. However, I cannot make you believe what I say. If you reject me, I cannot hide it. You leave me if you leave this. Do you understand how heavy that is, beloved? The angel who has watched over you since birth and fought battles you didn't even know existed is telling you that he cannot protect you if you skip this. This is the end of everything. There are 3 hours left, but those hours hold more possibilities than you can think of. Miracles will come from ashes. If you give up, chains will break. If you listen, if you stay, destiny will bloom again. The enemy wants you to not see this. But tonight, heaven took off the blindfold. I want you to let your heart soften. Feel free to cry if you need to. Do not fight the pull. It is life itself reaching out to you. You asked God for a sign. This is the sign. You asked for an answer. That is the answer. You begged for help. This is help. But rescue needs to be connected. So I will ask you again. Click the subscribe button right now if you haven't already. Make a deal with heaven about it. It should be the thing that holds you to every word God wants to say about your future. It is not enough to just join a community when you subscribe. With prophetic timing, you are moving into alignment. I am ready for the next word. You tell God. I am ready for the next voice message. I am ready for the next huge event. Don't let this be the last time that heaven talks to you. Sign up now to make sure you have a spot under the open window of blessing. You asked God for a sign. This is the sign. You asked for an answer. That is the answer. You begged for help. This is help. There are 3 hours left. Not to ask, not to wait, and not to argue. You have 3 hours to make up your mind. Give up and step into the covering that has been after you your whole life. Heaven is waiting with bated breath to see what you decide. One last thing I need you to do before you leave. Please spread this message. Not because the video wants more views, but because this word is important to someone you know. Right now, the Holy Spirit is making you think of someone. A friend, a family member, a co-worker, someone who is going down the wrong path and doesn't even know it. Send this to them. I declare that the anointing on this word will multiply in your life as you do so. The breakthrough you have been looking for will start to happen. You will begin to break free from the chains that have been holding you back. Why? Because when you offer deliverance to others, heaven offers deliverance to you. It is not just a video you share. You are sharing a way to stay alive. You are giving a warning. What you are doing is a miracle. Press the share button now. Send it to them. Keep an eye on what God does for you. Have a nice trip. The time is running out, but your fate is already set. Amen. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you will not just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. If you desire to deepen your connection, join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.